Hello everyone, and Wazarthi Hall. As I'm sure you saw from the last video, I'm making a game in Unity called Sundermead, and I thought I would just make this video to just show what the game is, talk about it, explain the inspiration and what you can expect to see from the project in future. And in the background I've just got a little slideshow of screenshots and videos I've taken throughout development of this game, which has been going on since about May of this year. So what actually is Sundermead? Well, it's a multiplayer casual farming RPG with elements of combat and dungeon crawling, questing, just all the standard RPG stuff really. It's inspired by a game that I'm sure many of you know of called Stardew Valley. The main problem I had with this game though was that it wasn't as open-ended as I'd liked, so I decided, I'll look into terrain generation and start looking at making big old worlds, and that's what I did. Luckily, I had experience with this before. I've made plenty of Minecraft clones in my time, so it kind of worked out quite well. And then it all started to progress, and I started adding terrain editing, which is height map based, but there are restrictions on how you can dig, so you can't abuse the fact that it's a height map. And I added multiplayer, for which I'm using Mirror, which is a very, very good system. I would recommend it every day. As I'm sure you've gathered just from looking at it, another big inspiration for this game was Minecraft. Obviously a big difference is the art style, and Minecraft is voxel based, while this is height map based. Which you could probably argue would be abused, but I've actually added systems in place that basically mean you can't do that, because on one of the first playtests I did with my friends, that's what they did. They abused it, so I made that priority to fix that, which is done now. Another inspiration for this game is my heritage. In case you couldn't tell from my accent, I am English. I take pride in that fact, and I have a great interest in English history, culture, everything, and it even took me down the path of starting to learn Old English, the language the Anglo-Saxons spoke, who we, the English, take a lot of who we are from. And so in media at the moment, there's quite a lot of sort of Norse-themed things, such as Valheim and then Thor Ragnarok. I know that film came out a while ago, but it's still a good example. And I decided to do a slightly different take on that. I decided to include the Anglo-Saxon mythology, which is very similar to Norse mythology, with a few differences, where Odin is Woden, Thor is Thunor, Tyr is Tu, Frey is Fris, I believe her name is, but I can't remember that one. You have the god Freyr, which is Ingvi, or Ingvi Frey, and then you also have slightly different gods. So you have the patron god of the Saxons, who was one of the tribes that made up the Anglo-Saxons, who was Siaxnot, amongst many others, and they had their own customs as well, but were also still very similar. So I thought I would sort of go in the direction of that niche instead of the more commonly covered Norse. And so I'll be including creatures from Anglo-Saxon mythology as well. So obviously if you watched the last video, you'll know there's Draupnir, who is a dwarf. There'll be plenty of other dwarfs included as well, but he's just the main one at the moment. There'll also be enemy types that will spawn in the mines. So there's going to be wights, who are kind of an undead monster. Elves, obviously, goblins, maybe evil dwarfs, and some boss creatures who are they're not mythological races per se, but they're just mythological, sort of creatures on their own, but I won't go too deep into that. So yeah, if you're interested in this project, please subscribe. I'll be making an update video every time I finish a version of the game. Also go and subscribe to the Sundermead YouTube channel, where I'll be uploading these videos as well. Over time, I will try and transition all of these videos just to the Sundermead YouTube channel, so if you don't want to miss anything, go subscribe to that, definitely. We've also got a website where there's a forum, so you can sign up and chat with people about the game, or just have a general chat if you want. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a good day.